Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by today's video. If you are new, I hope you go ahead and hit that subscribe button because today I'm going to be giving you guys my review and swatches of the new Too Faced 2016 Christmas in New York holiday collection. So about 2 weeks ago, Too Faced released their holiday collection on their website. So since then, it's been available on Sephora as well as Ulta.com and probably in a few stores as well, so you can go and pick it up. So I only got 2 palettes from the actual entire holiday collection. I didn't feel as though I needed anything else from the collection just because I got last year's collection and the year before that. So these were the only 2 palettes that I was interested in, and I thought that I would go ahead and give you guys my review and some swatches on it because I haven't really seen anybody of a darker skin tone really do any swatches for you guys. So that's what I'm here to do today, and I'm going to actually start off with the one that I was the most excited about. This is the one that's an Ulta exclusive, and I believe that this retails at Ulta for $36. I will have the exact price listed, and I will also have a link to the palette down below. But this is the Merry Macaroons set, and this is the vanilla scented palette. So again, it is an Ulta exclusive. You can only get it on Ulta.com and I believe in store. Pretty much this is what the box looks like, and then on the back you just have all of the contents of the actual palette. So you have your eyeshadows, your deluxe size Better Than Sex mascara, which is a bomb mascara if I do say so myself, and then you have the actual layout of the palette. And you do get little get the look cards, which I always like to keep for each palette. I don't actually, really use these, but I do like to keep them. So you do get one with each palette. Once you take it out of the box, this is what it looks like. It's very reminiscent of last year's palette. If you got the Grande palette where it's like a Christmas package and you have to unbox it or unwrap it. And then on the front it just says Too Faced, and then it says Christmas in New York. When you take the top off and you open up the palette, you have your dollhouse layout, again similar to last year's palette. I will actually have a close-up of the palette so you guys can see the exact layout. But pretty much you just have a girl ice skating at the Rockefeller Center. You have your deluxe size Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. You have a macaroon Christmas tree, and then you have a little macaroon cart with some macaroon treats, and then you have the Too Faced co-founder's dog named Clover. So the layout is actually really cute. They really put a lot of thought into this, and I love this to put on display. It's just super duper cute, and I think that anybody of any age would actually enjoy seeing this. So then at the bottom you actually have your palette layout, and then when you open it up you can see that you have the same layout on the actual plastic part of the palette. You don't get a mirror with this. And then you have your eyeshadows. So you're getting 12 eyeshadows. Again, they are vanilla scented. They actually do smell really good. I don't really know what macaroons smell like, but these eyeshadows actually smell super duper good. So again, you're getting 12 eyeshadows, you're getting 7 shimmer shadows, and then you're getting 5 matte eyeshadows. So you have a really nice array of shimmers and mattes, and you have a really nice layout. So you have your neutral colors, you have a couple of pops of colors, everything that you can use to make an eyeshadow look work. You can smoke it out with some of these darker browns, and you have this shimmery black color. You can add a pop of color to your lower lash line or all over your lid if you want to, and then you can go super duper natural just using 2 colors to create a really nice everyday wearable look. So I actually like the eyeshadow layout in this palette, and the reason why I was super excited for these eyeshadows is because I feel like they would work on darker skin tones. I feel like they would work on actually any skin tone, as long as you're using a nice eyeshadow base like the NYX eyeshadow base in Milk and the NYX eyeshadow base in Skin Tone. I feel like you're gonna get a really nice color payoff. And then for the shimmer shades or the glitter shades, you can go ahead and use like a glitter glue eyeshadow primer, and I feel like you would be good to go. So let's actually get into the swatches of the palette. I know that's what you guys are waiting on, so let's get started. The first eyeshadow you have is Coconut, which is just like a creamy beige highlight shade. Then you have Dolce de Leche, which is a light brown matte shade. Then you have Banana Cream, which is super pretty. It's like a champagne bronzy shade. It's a little bit of a lighter bronze shade, but it's super duper pretty. Then you have Almond Mocha, which is more of a cool tone, deeper brown. Then you have Champagne Rose, which is exactly that. It's a champagne color. It has a gold undertone, but it still has a little bit of a rosy shift to it. Then you have Mint Chocolate, which is a taupe brown shade. It's a very cool tone brown. And then you have Tiramisu, which is like more of your peanut butter warm brown. You have Chocolate Raspberry, which is a deep raspberry shade with a brown undertone. You have Praline, which is your standard gold eyeshadow. You have Honey Lavender, which is a champagne lavender shade. You have Violet Cassis, which reminds me a little bit of the shade Jelly in the peanut butter palette. It looks more of a metallic, like it has more of a metallic shift when you swatch it. And then you have Cookies and Cream, which is a shimmery black shade. It has some silver flecks in it. So again, like I said, this was the palette that I was the most excited about. I think the colors in here are gorgeous. As you guys can see from the swatches, they swatched really nice. The mattes were really nice. They were nicely pigmented. They didn't skip on my arm. They weren't patchy. I know that swatching eyeshadows is not the best way to determine whether they're good or not. You have to actually put them on the eye and wear them, but I feel like Too Faced has good enough quality that these eyeshadows will work amazingly. And like I said, if you're using a base, I feel like you're gonna get the best quality out of these eyeshadows. I think that every eyeshadow in this palette is super duper pigmented and super duper pretty. I actually really like it. Do you actually need this palette though? No, you do not actually need this palette, especially if you're a makeup junkie. I'm pretty sure you can dupe these palettes all across your makeup collection, but I do think that this would be a good gift to get somebody who's really into makeup and just starting out. They have a smaller collection, maybe a younger girl who is really into like cutesy packaging and things like that. I think this is really cute. But I'm a makeup junkie and I felt like I needed this palette, so I really do think that this is a good palette to have. I do think it is worth the money. It's not super duper extremely expensive and like you're paying an arm and a leg for it, and these are actually better than the quality of the last year's Too Faced palettes. I feel like this year they actually put more into their eyeshadows and they're better quality than they were the last time. So I really like the eyeshadow shades in this palette, and I will be doing a tutorial using this palette to actually show you guys the shades on the eyes and how they perform, so you can get a better feel of it if you're on the fence about this eyeshadow palette. I do think it is actually worth it to get. So now we're going to move on to the Grand Hotel Cafe. This is the one that actually comes with 3 palettes in one, and I think this is super duper cute. So again, the actual layout of the palette is exactly how the outside box looks, and then on the back it shows you all 3 palettes you're getting, what eyeshadows you're getting, your deluxe size Better Than Sex mascara again, and then the actual layout of the palette. So once you take it out of the box, again, it is a cute little layout, dollhouse type packaging. You take off the top, and then this time you actually open the doors of the palette, and then you can see all 3 of your palettes that you're getting, your deluxe size Better Than Sex mascara. And then when you take the palettes out, you have again a nice little picture layout. So you have the Grand Hotel Cafe sign with the menu, you have like a little coffee shop type setting, you have Christmas trees with Too Faced products under it, you have a couple sitting down enjoying their coffee. Just everything is just super cute about this actual layout, and I think it's really nice that they have the Better Than Sex mascara down here laying down. It's nice and compact and super cute. Again, something that you would definitely want to display. So then you have your 3 palettes here. They all have to and from on the back, so if you wanted to break this up into gifts and give it to someone, you definitely could, and I think that that is so cute that Too Faced actually does that every year. We are going to actually start with the Eggnog Latte palette, and these palettes are scented as well, so they're supposed to smell like exactly what they say they are. So I've never had eggnog. Actually, I don't really know what eggnog smells like, but I can tell you that this actually does smell really good. It does have sort of a coffee scent to it. These palettes are not actually as strong as like your chocolate bar palettes or your peach palettes. The same for the Merry Macarons palette. The vanilla was not super duper overwhelming like with the chocolate bar palettes. As soon as you open them, you actually get that aroma of chocolate. With these, you actually have to sniff them to smell them, but I mean, I think it's a nice touch regardless. Anyways, let's just get into the swatches of these beautiful colors. So the first color you have is Frosty Nog, which is just like an off-white bone shade, and then you have Eggnog Latte, which is a super duper shimmery glittery eyeshadow. I feel like with this one, this is one of the ones that you would want to use a glitter primer underneath and really pack that shade onto the eye. Iced Coffee is a nice chestnut bronzy shade. It's a satin finish eyeshadow. Skinny Latte is a lighter brown shade. Cold Brew, this is like my favorite eyeshadow in this palette. It is super duper pretty. Again, it's another one that I feel like you would have to use a glitter eyeshadow primer underneath, but it is just like a taupe brown with a ton of glitter running through it, and I would definitely pack that all over my lid and then smoke this eyeshadow out. It's super duper pretty. And then you have Central Perk, which is like a forest green shade. It is a satiny finish eyeshadow. It's super duper pretty, and it sort of has like a gold shift to it. And then last but not least, you have your blush at the bottom. This is Peach Cobbler, and it's just a peachy matte blush. And I love the fact that they actually included blushes in these, so I think these are even more of a good value. So the next one we have is the Peppermint Mocha palette. And this one actually does smell like peppermint. Again, it's not as strong, but I think that is super duper cute. And this is what this one looks like. This one is more of your romantic pinky toned eyeshadows. So let's get into the swatches for this one. So you have Peppermint Cream, which is just a straight up white shade. Then you have Christmas Blend, which is super duper pretty. It's sort of like a rosy gold shade. It has a ton of shimmer in it. Again, another one that I feel like you would have to put a glitter primer underneath. Then you have Peppermint Mocha, which is sort of like a deepened raspberry shade. It has a brown undertone. Then you have Candy Cane, which is like a light matte pink. You have Sprinkles, which is more of like a raspberry satin finish shade. And then you have Coffee Chip, which is also like a satin finish brown shade, and it has some gold flecks in it. And then you have your blush Santa Baby, which again is a matte pink blush. The last palette we have here is the Gingerbread Cookie palette. Super duper pretty. I think this one is my favorite out of all of them because you have these super duper pretty glam eyeshadows. Like, they are super duper cute, and these are the ones that you actually use to smoke out your eyeshadow look. So the first color you have is Ginger Cream, which is a matte beige highlight. Then you have Maple Syrup, which is a cool tone dark brown shade. You have Ginger Snap, which again is another one of my favorite shades in these palettes. It is a super metallic copper shade, and it is super true to being metallic and copper. It is like the most pigmented shadow in all of these palettes. Then you have Winter Dream, which is super duper pretty. It sort of reminds me of Pink Sugar from the Semi-Sweet palette, except this one works a little bit better with swatching, and I feel like if you put a glitter primer underneath this one, you're going to get major color payoff as well as a bunch of glitter. Then you have Cup of Joe, which is a shimmery deep brown shade, and it has some gold and brown reflex in it. And then you have Black Coffee, which is just your standard matte black eyeshadow. And then Gingerbread is your bronzer, and it is a little bit of a shimmery bronzer. I probably won't be using this on my skin tone, but I do think it is super duper pretty. So once again, these are all three of your palettes. My personal opinion, I think these eyeshadows are super duper great. I love all of the color selections with each one of these palettes, and I feel like you can create such an array of eyeshadow looks with these palettes. You guys saw that they swatched on my arm super duper nice. They were all pigmented. The mattes weren't patchy. They looked super nice. I really love these eyeshadows. I really am happy that I actually decided to pick up these palettes. I'm super satisfied with them, and I can't wait to start creating looks with these. I think what I'm going to do for you guys, again, if you're on the fence and you really want to know if you should get these palettes, I think I'm going to do a tutorial using each one of these palettes, showing you guys how they actually look on the eyes, how they blend, patting them on with my primers and everything, so I can really show you guys how to build up the pigmentation and how the eyeshadows really look on the eyes. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and yeah, like, so far I'm really excited, and I'm going to be happy to use these palettes. For the Grand Hotel Cafe, again, I don't think you need these palettes. If you have an extensive collection, you probably have a bunch of eyeshadows like this. But I do think that there are some eyeshadows in here that are, you know, exclusive to these palettes, and that I think are actually super duper nice. And if you were to get these palettes, you know, the ones that you don't like, you could definitely give them away again as gifts, and just keep the palette that you like or that you think is the one that you would most use. So I really do think that it's worth it to get these, because you can always give them away as gifts or be selfish and keep them for yourself. One thing I do want to say, and I want you guys to keep in mind, is that this year, last year's Too Faced Christmas sets, their holiday sets, were on sale. This year, probably about, I think, a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, they were on sale. They did not, you know, completely sell out. So even though Too Faced is saying that these palettes are a limited edition and, you know, you're not going to be able to get them, yada yada yada, I do just want to let you guys know that last year's holiday sets were on sale this year. So if you don't, you know, go out and get these palettes right away, there still might be a chance that you might be able to get these palettes even after Christmas and after the holidays and all of that. Just wanted to let you guys know that, so you don't have to necessarily jump on the bandwagon right away. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my swatches. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of these palettes. Again, I hope you hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for my next videos. I am definitely going to be doing tutorials using all of those palettes and showing you guys how they work on the eyes and things like that, so you don't want to miss out on that. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Bye.